COVID-19 is a disease caused by a coronavirus called SARS-CoV-2 that affects the upper respiratory and gastrointestinal tract of humans. World Health Organization 2021. This pandemic has severely impacted the education system. It caused a worldwide closure of schools as a preventative measure against its spread. The primary school that I teach at was no exception. It was closed for several months. This caused disruption to learning and an eventual transition to online or remote learning. During this time, numerous discussions were held with the government, Ministry of Education officials, principals, teachers, parents, and students to devise ways to continue the teaching and learning process. A decision was made to conduct school via online platforms, Zoom and TeamLinks. Thus, online learning became the new norm. My country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, like most other Caribbean islands, was not adequately prepared for such a transformation. Hence, it was extremely challenging to get things in place. As a result, it was stressful and daunting for me at times. However, I maintained a positive attitude and mindset because my students and the continuation of their education were my main focus. After carefully assessing the challenges of online teaching and learning, the government implemented Microsoft Teams as the online teaching and learning platform to be employed across the island. Initially, I was concerned because the platform appeared to be complex. However, the Ministry of Education held training workshops and colleagues who attended conducted in-house training sessions. Therefore, I was able to gain knowledge, skills, and strategies, as well as attitudes to assist with providing quality online instruction. In light of this, I strongly agree with the statement. Functioning as a reflective practitioner not only requires special knowledge, but also a specific attitude. Bruder and Stuckman, 2012. This is so because the teaching and learning process is not static. It is constantly changing. The COVID-19 pandemic caused numerous changes. Therefore, as a reflective practitioner, I had to cope and make the necessary modifications to deal with changes in the classroom environment. This entailed employing various knowledge, skills, and attitudes to derive strategies to be efficient and effective. As an educator, I must be knowledgeable. Hence, I need to possess good content and pedagogical knowledge to plan effectively for instruction. Planning is a hallmark of professionalism. A favorite quote from Benjamin Franklin states, "If you fail to plan, you plan to fail." Thus, I researched COVID-19 to gain a better understanding of the disease to inform both myself and my students. Additionally, I researched strategies for teaching online and ways to address challenges, for example, classroom management and learners who are unable to access the platform for various reasons. Additionally, I had to know my students to cater to their needs, interests, and learning styles. Also, I had to possess wittiness in the classroom. Hence, I tried making my lessons fun, student-centered, and engaging. I incorporated videos, games, music, interactive quizzes, and PowerPoint presentations. Young and UN 2020 stated teachers should employ teaching methodologies that stimulate learning and independence among students and support their individual needs, whether they are online or face-to-face. Online teaching as a result of the pandemic also caused me to embrace specific attitudes. According to Bruder and Stokeman 2012, attitudes include language awareness, cultural empathy, open-mindedness, social initiative, and reflectiveness. Learners are diverse. Thus, these are important attitudes required to reach them. Hence, I had to listen to my students and colleagues, respect their views or perspectives, and be sensitive to differences in culture and language. According to Zishner and Lister 1996,
Teachers must constantly strive to understand their own teaching and the way it impacts their learners and make deliberate efforts to see situations from different perspectives. Therefore, possessing an attitude of reflectiveness ensured I was cognizant of my teaching performance, which enabled me to adapt my instruction to cater to the emotional, physical, and psychological needs of my students. Online teaching is not easy. It affects the well being of teachers, learners, and parents. They can become depressed, frustrated, overwhelmed, and mentally exhausted. For example, my working hours were increased. I had to designate more hours to planning, teaching, and I had to attend numerous online professional development sessions. Also, I had to deal with the inadequacies with electricity and technology. Additionally, it caused students to be fearful and frustrated. For example, students with learning disabilities. Students were also emotionally affected by the loss of parents, family members, and friends. Those who are economically challenged and were placed on the school feeding program no longer received breakfast and lunch, and as a result of the closure of school, students cannot function when they are starved. To address this, I fostered good relationships and strong support systems. The reason being, teaching and learning is a collaborative process. Teachers, principals, parents, students, the community, and other stakeholders have to work together to ensure educational goals are achieved and challenges are overcome. Hence, I maintain a positive attitude because despite numerous challenges related to online teaching and learning were encountered, they presented opportunities to advance the quality of education.